In the last class, we had discussed about the chapter matters in our surrounding, in which I have introduced about that what is matter. Matter is made up of 5 basic particles, and all the matters are particulate in nature. And one more important point we have discussed that particles are very small in size. Today in this class, we will discuss about what is the characteristics of particles. So first, as we have done and discuss an activity that we had put some salt or sugar in a glass of water. What happened after some time? The whole salt or sugar particles has dissolved in the water. Okay, by this experiment we can prove that matters are of particulate in nature. But now I am just telling you that by this experiment also we can just find out some all important characteristic of particles. What happened there? That sugar particles where we had put there in the solution or in the water, and after some time these particles has diffused in the whole diffused or spread in all over the water. Okay, what we can conclude from here? That in the water molecule there are some space present which can be occupied by that sugar or salt particles. Okay, exactly in same way I'm telling you one more experiment. Just put some ink in a water. What happened after some time? The whole water will turn into that color of ink. Why is it so? Because water molecule is having some space between them which is occupied that ink particles. Okay, so the first and very important characteristic of particle is that particles have space between them. Okay, space between them. Then the next, again with the same experiment we can prove the second characteristic of particle. What is that characteristic? First we have to find what happened there. We had put some ink drop. After some time it has been the whole water converted into the or turned into the ink color. Why is it so? Because that ink particles moved from one place to another place. In same way, just see one more experiment. When a scent stick, that agarbatti you lit, and what happened after some at one corner? What happened after some time? You will observe or you can smell its fragrance in whole room. In same way, if there is something, if something is burning at some place, we can just detect that one just because of that smell. How can we smell that? Because that particle moved from that place to us in this environment or in this air. Means all the particles have a continuous moving character. Means particles are always in a continuous movement. Then the second characteristic is continuous movement. Now the most important thing, this movement depends upon the temperature. Because what is the meaning of movement? Movement is just because of kinetic energy. Okay, that is, if someone is having, some particle is having more kinetic energy, it will show more movement. If some particles have the less kinetic energy, it will show the less movement. But all the particles shows a movement. Okay, then if we increase the temperature of any particle, what happens? Its kinetic energy increases and the movement also increases. Now I am telling you example. When we put a sugar in a bowl with water and we just leave it for some time, what happens? It takes 2 or 3 minutes to dissolve the whole sugar. Okay, but if we just increase the temperature of that water and then put the sugar there, what happened? It will take less and very less time to dissolve the whole sugar. Means as the temperature increases, kinetic energy of sugar increases and the dissolution or diffusion, we should say diffusion, become very fast. So as the temperature increases, kinetic energy increases, and as a result diffusion also increases. What is diffusion? Diffusion is nothing. It is just a free movement of any particle from one place to another place. Okay, what is diffusion? Free movement of any particle from one place to another. Then let's see what is the third property of the particle. If I am talking about matter, matter is made up of particle, means that particles somehow have that attraction which just group together and makes the matter. Automatically it is showing that they are grouped together, means they are with together itself, means they attract each other. But this attraction depends upon or varies from one matter to another matter. Okay, we can hold someone tightly and we can hold someone very loosely. It depends upon its kinetic energy also, but to make any matter, all the particles attract each other. Okay, for example, when we see and this force of attraction. So the next and important third property is force of attraction among the particle, which help to make a particles to the matter. Okay, this can be of different type and it varies from matter to matter. For example, in case of water and in case of iron and gas or air, we just see the force of attraction in the iron is very much. In comparison to that, in water, the force of attraction is little less, and in the air, the force of attraction is very less. But there is a force of attraction between the particles, with the help of which the particle makes the matter. That's all. I hope this will help. This lecture will help you to understand the characteristic of matters. In the next chapter or in the next class, we'll discuss about the states of matter and its conversion. That's all. Thank you very much.